here, and we've got Don Kryptonium also. And Don, I'll let you take it away with your usual interview.
Well, I don't have much to say.
You want me to do the same? I got stuff to say about you.
Thank you, but I think it was like, as I said, some coincidence. I tweeted some stuff. I checked the Twitter and it looked a little bit shady, so I wrote.
Yeah, well, exactly. And this is why people should follow you. This is why people
It's
should watch your
very kind.
videos. Um, because guys, I want to like spell this out as clearly as possible. Okay, I woke up at 5:30 p.m. today because I get to bed around 9 a.m. And yeah, it's because I was dealing with this awful situation with osmosis. It's unpleasant as hell. All right, for every party, and I want to kind of maybe take the audience through my own progression of dealing with the fire stake issue, right? Because this didn't happen all at once. Okay, first thing I knew is that a multi-chain validator had come out, and they were working with Osmosis to return funds, and they had this story about, well, we kind of we learned about this, and then we kind of messed with it. Um, I don't think that their software testing story was even legitimately true, but I want to tell the audience, like, in general, I take people at their word. You know, Don, if you tell me something, as long as it's not like, oh, the world is flat, or I don't know, if you told me about aliens, I might actually believe it, right? Because I'm into that.
Well, I must say I'm quite skeptical person naturally. I do not believe the Earth is flat. There is enough proof that to believe that Earth is in fact round.
That's good. Just a second here. I'm
I'm
gonna get my camera cleaned off.
like I told you, actually, sorry for changing the subject, because there is a lot of talk about NMN as the longevity drug. You know NMN, the compound. Um, the
No.
you were actually interested in that. It's well, I have the box somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
NMN.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's right. And there was a DAO. There was a DAO about it, and it was fascinating.
Yeah, so I have tons of NMN powder at home, like 250 grams as of now left. But there is
Mm-hmm.
some people claiming it works for sure. But I'm like, I take it sometimes. I don't know whether it works. The proof doesn't show it extends the lifespan. In fact, in the tests, it only shown that it increases your NAD level in the blood,
Mm.
which essentially, and there is some people believe that there's a fact, as we age, the NAD drop, and some people believe the NAD is the compound responsible, but the only thing that it proven that it increase your NAD levels in the blood. But if you take it if you take it for a few months, your NAD skyrocket. If you take it for a year, your NAD is actually lower than few months after taking it. The question is
Oh.
your body adapting to it, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
essentially, we don't know if it works. So I had discussion in the Juno Discord with someone, and the
Mm-hmm.
person was like recommending this to everyone that they feel great. So I tried to explain we don't know the fact that you feel great.
Right. Yeah. 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 Oh,
Placebo is
totally.
very
Totally.
powerful. Placebo is very
As somebody
powerful.
who takes psychiatric medication, like I'm sure that the stuff that I take, other individuals, right? It might not make them feel okay.
Yeah.
Um, it,
It's,
it, it, it just happens to be what works for me, right? And obviously, I keep taking it because I feel way better.
I think you should be taking it, because if you have mental issues, if you feel
Yeah, yeah. I
better,
mean,
that's
exactly.
right,
And
right?
it helps me a lot. But that doesn't mean that one size fits all with anything,
Mhm.
whether that's some kind of a supplement or you know any old thing. And the skepticism is healthy, man. Okay, because
Mhm.
your skepticism, look, it saved my buddy's bacon. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm talking about John from Consensus One.
Mhm.
And I want to like kind of, you know, narrow in on this. Okay. I saw your tweet almost the minute that I woke up. Okay. And again, I woke up quite late today, 5:30 p.m. Um, and I immediately, so Notional has a shared Slack channel with SIFChain. And I'm like, guys, oh my God, there's a thing. We got to talk now. And okay, so immediately, I don't know if you know the gentleman from their team, International Man. He's actually left their team and he's an infrastructure provider there now. And so it's Notional. Myself and Long and Tuan mainly working on relaying RPCs, all the stuff that basically we do for many chains in Cosmos. As well as like SIFChain is kind of trying to remove any dependencies infrastructure wise on the SIFChain organization. So they're trying to get rid of like their RPC endpoints and everything that's needed to serve their front end. I think it's actually really cool. And the three of us are helping them out with that. And so I got in a chat with the three of them plus SIF CTO. This is how I woke up, by the way. And by the way, guys, this is why I want better validators and I want the fire stakes of the world just gone. Because the rest of us who, I don't know, I don't steal users' money, ever. And if I saw an opportunity to, I'd silently report it. And one time I did. I filed a huge, enormous security report, and I went through all the proper channels, even though that was way, way more time consuming. Order of magnitude more time consuming than say just like tweeting it out. XYZ chain has a security problem, and they really did have a security problem. But like these are critical responsibilities of anybody validating. And what I initially thought was that, their software testing story at Firestake, guys, just so you know, Firestake is a multi-chain validator in the Cosmos ecosystem that stole millions of dollars from Osmosis users. Not only did they do that, because I don't know, if you give it back in the end, right? I don't want to get like stabby and vengeful. Here's the thing. Then they kept lying. Okay. And one of the parties that they lied to, or shall we say conveniently omitted facts from, right, is John from Consensus One. Had John known the entirety of the situation, in fact, I've got to guess they probably omitted facts from Arba. Okay. And I think you've had a run in on Twitter with Arba. And I think it was a mutual run in.
I don't trust him.
You know what? I'm not even gonna dig into it, right? What I am gonna say is I don't think he was a party to this. Like in a nasty sense. Okay. Here's what I believe. All right. I believe that Stakefire was comfortable. That a lemon ginger tea? Because if it is, that's the way to go.
It's actually what every day. That's every day. There's lemon, ginger. I drink a lot of ginger every day. Like you can actually see it often here.
No, that's great, man. I often drink the very same. I put salt in it.
No salt.
No salt. I do the salt. But like, okay. So, and guys, I'm here in Asia, we'd say giving face. I'm giving Don Kryptonium face right now. Okay. And I want to be really explicit about this. That's to say I'm building him up and giving him praise. So I saw his tweet and I conferred with all of the SIF infrastructure providers, and SIF CTO also got looped in. And Don, we're all grateful because these Firestake guys are. It's look like if the story was what Firestake said the story was, honestly, everybody's made mistakes in their life, right? And I just want to see the funds returned and everybody move on. I also would like to see their validators taken down because it's a huge, huge breach of trust. But the story wasn't what they said it was, and so I'm kind of done with commentating on what should happen with them. Um, and just this particular call is to thank you for being somebody who's absolutely never been afraid to call out things when they see them, because it was your tweet, not anybody else's, that made me aware of this situation. I probably wouldn't have been aware of it otherwise. And I think that what would have happened, like, Arba helps Sif with comms, okay? And what is that funny protocol called PMTP? Is that it?
Oh yeah, the on the SIF chain, this PMTP.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that you felt quite burned by. What I want to say is, like, that thing aside, okay, and long ago I criticized Sif over this crazy IBC channel thing, and later I realized, because my own systems started to make the same problem that theirs did, that actually their issue was a manifestation of a bug. Anyway, look, I'll put it this way. I don't think that SIF chain writ large is bad actors. In fact, I'm strongly convinced otherwise. And I'm definitely pleased with their response to all of this. I'd even, I'd like to get you in touch, because you have these design concerns about their protocol. But
Yeah.
be that as it may, okay, let's leave all of that at the side, because really right now the issue is these thief validators. We're elected, right? Validators, I mean, it's genuinely an electoral process, now that you're a validator. And the reason it's an electoral process is because there is, like, hey, look over here. Look at my desk. That's my osmosis node, right? See how it's just like sitting there. The text isn't moving on the screen. Then over there, Juno, the text is moving on the screen. Well,
Is it your office? It looks like a house.
my office kind of looks like a house. This is our office. It is a 4-floor, what's called a shop house. I understand some people use them as houses, and some people use them as offices, and some people will put a shop on the first floor and then their residence above, hence the name shop house.
I want to say, Jacob, that shit, I enabled restake. I don't like it because I'm so obsessed, with the when I stake with the straight numbers. I never stake on straight numbers, and I enabled restake on my account, and I just opened some stats here, and it's like pissing me off. Yeah, I'm always going with the straight number. I don't really like. It's a little bit mental issue.
Listen, I have my own. Okay, like
I mean, I cannot have the like. I mean, when the tokens are very diluted. So let's say Stargaze, this is like straight numbers. With Juno is 1. I don't like it's never like 1 point something. It's like
right.
I can't. It's just too. Wow.
Don, I understand. Look, I just linted the entire Cosmos SDK. Okay, and I did it for the same reasons that you can't tolerate, non-single digit staking numbers. I fully understand. It was like, this just bothers me. Like, it just must be different.
I want to tell you because about like the tweeting. Like I think most of that, because I don't think what I tweet. Like I just don't trust this entity. Switching the validator to new validator, whose new account was
You're
the Twitter
right.
account was open,
You
and
were
I
so
tell you,
right.
but
And you
I
helped
tell
my
you
friend.
some. But you know what horrible thing they actually do, and like how stupid you must be that you open another account. I'm sorry for saying, like, maybe relevant for some.
Hmm.
They put the icon of new Twitter account with logo and the red star of Vietnam. Like,
Who? Who did that?
because Fire Stake moving to the Kadabra moon, right? They say now will be and Abra is managing them.
Is
It,
Abra in Vietnam? Like, bro.
I don't know where is
Ooh,
Abra,
okay.
but
Um.
I want to show you, like,
Okay.
because the Fire Stake moving to Kadabra moon.
No. Hang. I want to. I want to. You know that I stopped that personally, right? Like that won't happen. Firestake won't move to Kadabra.
But
That's not going to occur.
but
I've spoken
also,
to every involved party.
okay, do
Yeah.
you know who is Abra? Where is he from?
Far as I know, Abra is a person who helps SiftChain with marketing, and actually just got sick at a conference and is laid up in the United States.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. hmm. And let me say. I mean, I'm skeptic of like which brings me some issues. Is
I'm
yours?
sorry, that is me.
Um.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So now it looks like a conspiracy, but
It's not. Um,
no, no, no. I
this
want to
is
show you something. I want to show you something. And this was like, it's maybe
I'll look
stupid.
because
I'm not
the whole
conspiracy
resolution of
theorist,
events
okay?
today was you.
I'm not
Okay.
conspiracy theorist, right? Like you have the
Oh,
Kadabra
oh,
moon,
oh, what's up with that? That
and
is
you
the
have
star. Yeah.
Vietnam.
That's the star. That's the star. What the hell's up with that?
So the
But
thing is,
I mean, C1
for
is
I
in
saw
Poland,
it and I
and
see Kadabra,
Arba
and
has
I'm
no connection to Vietnam, and I have absolutely no connection to them. Zero.
so is
Um,
it like, why the Vietnamese red? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe they thought it looked
coincidence?
nice. Maybe they're Vietnamese. I don't know Arba.
Partnership?
Uh,
Stakefire is
or-
Vietnamese, right?
with what?
No?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Were you not saying that? I don't.
No,
Maybe.
no, 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 I didn't say that, and
Okay.
that's.
Okay.
Look, I
I
did
I
speak.
found it.
I
So
spoke with
I don't know where
Stakefire
I found
briefly
the link.
yesterday.
Maybe I confused all of that. But yeah,
They
and
sounded, and it was a text chat, right? But their diction sounded American. I the world is a large place, right? And I'm an American, and I live in Vietnam, and so.
anyway, it's
Uh,
irrelevant.
oh man, I keep making that face that I made in the rain video that Joe Abbey captured so well, where I'm like,
Mm,
yeah, that is how I'm feeling though. But I'm also feeling really grateful to you. Look, I can assure you that you'll continue to take flack for calling out bullshit when you see it. And I can also tell you that just on a personal level, I want to thank you. Some of the
thank
work
you.
that like we're doing with SIFChain and with Consensus One, I think it's really interesting as hell. Like we're working to decentralize the front end permanently, and it's the kind of stuff that I want to build. And I didn't really have any doubts about John. That's why I was so, it was like
Oh, John
right,
reached me.
good.
John reached me, but I wasn't accusing John or anything. I just thought that
Well, look. I actually had it gone through. You would have been right to do so. he would have been a white label operator operating likely compromised validator private keys. Um, Now, he didn't know this, okay? But it it kind of doesn't matter. Um, he himself, I know that he'd like me to thank you. I know that the SIF Chain team wants me to say thanks, as well as International Man, who used to be part of the SIF Chain team and is now one of the infrastructure operators. So there's a I guess that's really what I wanted to come on here and say. And it really was you. It wasn't
Thank you.
anybody else. It was you.
No, like I made mistake because I did connect that they are from same country.
Ah, dude, maybe they are. The world is big,
Which is,
and just
but
because
it's
it
me,
is in the
like
United
I'm
States,
I'm
no,
throwing the different speculations, right? Like I'm not a coder. The good thing I'm now that I don't have connections with people, which I don't have to stay loyal to people. That's only one thing. Regarding Steve Chain, I believe there is something shady going on. I made the post. I don't think Jazier is bad guy. I think he is actually very clever guy. And I told you the Peggy is great bridge. I
It
like
is.
using Peggy.
Mm-hmm.
They have good product, but they need to rebrand. I think they need to rebrand. Um,
Kill the boob goddess.
s- I
No,
I
seriously, I like their branding. Oh, this is Cookie, by the way. She is
but
being a little vocal.
but we can remove Steve Chain, and I mean they can remove. Um, do something like, because it looks bad to be have such a diluted token. Maybe maybe silly. Just do reverse split, start again with
Maybe
like fix your chain.
uh, you
I
know,
need
um, the the scope that you can engineer under in the blockchain space is really pretty wide. Um, it's something that I often struggle to explain to early stage clients of Notional who are building a chain. Um, you have almost every option. That's mainly because of the Cosmos SDK, right? And that's why I've begun to spend code time there on the SDK itself. Um, Basically, the Cosmos SDK is you can kind of pin it down as like the critical item that makes all of these interesting things possible. But look, I know there's tremendous goodwill from the SIF team toward you. I know there's
Oh,
tremendous
is it?
goodwill from the Osmosis community toward you. So please let me know if I
I
can line anything up, because I'd be happy to.
I didn't think I'm very, like, I'm small YouTuber, to be honest. Like,
You're a small YouTuber who did a big thing today.
no coincidence.
Yes. No,
Coincidence.
no,
I just
because
don't
listen,
like bullshit.
listen,
Like, so
listen.
when I
Yeah, no, no,
and
no.
I saw your
That's the
tweets,
thing. Your persistent insistence on not
I
having bullshit. That's
and
the
I
thing.
and I
Marcin,
probably
that's
tweeted
their
this
value.
because you were calling them kings yesterday and stuff,
Oh
and I
God.
was so
No,
annoyed
listen,
with
listen,
them.
listen. You had every right to tease me about that, because when I said that, here's what I knew when I said that. And this, by the way, is how Firestake got John McLeod in. Okay. What John knew was what I knew, and that's because that's what Firestake was telling people. Okay. So when I called them kings yesterday, and I praised their, like, look, we fucked something up, we're going to fix it type behavior. And look, I'll praise that all day, every day in anybody.
I
Um,
Let me stop you. I believe they
mhm.
said that because they were easily traceable,
Yes,
and
Don.
they knew
Yes, Don.
they will be traced down,
Yes,
so they
Don.
could come
That's right.
back. But it's me speculating because human behavior, like when
No,
you
no, no,
see,
Don. I'm not speculating.
when you see them, like,
Don,
let's say there is the tweet, they were thinking
I
all night what to do. They were like, hey, they're gonna catch us anyway.
I helped dig the data. I'm not
Yeah,
speculating.
yeah.
They
So
had
it's
fully compromised themselves. You're right. I was wrong. Those dudes are not kings. We need them out of Cosmos. And that's why your tweet was so helpful. Because when I
but
got to
then
bed at 9:30 in the morning, because of an
horrible,
attack that these assholes caused,
Jacob.
yes,
I'm still going to bed at 10 and I leave my phone and I don't touch it for all
I
night. That's
love
how
how you
much
do,
I
man.
care.
I
That's
love how
how
you
much.
do. I love how you do. But
Yeah.
that's not for me as an infra operator and as a validator. You know, there are times when the workday goes very long, and I can accept that. Notional, Don. Look, you know a lot about my history, so look, it's really improbable, right? Really statistically unlikely that I'd be here doing this. That up above me is another up above me is another 10 people in this thing that I built over the past year. That is unlikely. I am ludicrously grateful. And I'm also committed to not doing it wrong, right? So part of that, all right, why was I calling them kings? Well, because I want to recognize good behavior. But, but, Don, look, there was no good behavior here. In fact, the only good behavior was what they described about themselves, which turned out not to be even remotely true. I fully agree with you that they came forward because they had fully doxed themselves. In fact, Don, I happen to know that they tried to exfiltrate through their damn SIF node validator. And Don, I happen to know.
Okay. This is what the Heisenberg.
Yeah,
So this is the shout out to Heisenberg. And I noticed that the Heisenberg doing great job. Like, I mean, I really like him. I never spoke to him. Do you
I don't
know
think I've
Heisenberg
spoken to him
account?
either, but I think we have, spoken on Twitter briefly.
Yeah, like, so he sent the all the screen, right, with everything, and the under the comment right after I tweeted that they did try to go through the sieve, right?
They sure did.
Yeah.
Look, look, Don. They didn't only try to steal, okay, and hell yes, they tried to steal, okay. They stole in a shitty way. What I mean is, like, if you were going to steal, dear Lord, you wouldn't want to steal like that.
Yeah.
No precautions were taken around privacy, and at the end of the day, if everything is returned to the Osmosis users, then, like, I guess all I'm really willing to say is I pray that they don't face criminal prosecution because of their decision to return. But, like, no way should they be in our cosmos. You know what I
So,
mean?
but
You
but
know I'm
here
protective of
the
Cosmos.
issue is because I mean, I don't know if it's a crime, and I watched the
What?
Game of Nodes. Like,
Let
the
me tell
reason
you.
for
Let
that,
me tell
like,
you. No,
you
may
just
I
click the
overrule you?
button and you
It's a
make
crime.
money.
It's a
Is it
crime.
a crime?
Yeah, yeah. Let me walk you through. Okay, so
But
basically, uh,
yeah.
maybe King Draven, maybe they were blinded by greed. But, like, check this out. Okay, the reason I'm saying that it's a crime, they knew what they were doing. Any validator is technical to a degree that, yeah, dude, like, they should know. Uh, Marcin, let me ask you a direct personal question, okay? Say you had found this thing, right? Would you have nabbed $2 million and try to exfiltrate 3 exchanges?
So, I tweeted, if I could. exploit something in the back, I would be really happy, and I probably would do it. But
Really? But is that
I'm
true? I don't think that's true about you.
but I'm actually like, you need to know, like, I might, when I tweet, I might seem like a dickhead.
Yo. We all
Through
see
this
things
time,
quite right.
in crypto, like, I don't want to like really like leak my own ass or like my own. I did not extract a single dollar from anyone. I
Yeah.
I didn't sell my Juno when it was top or stuff. I got
Neither did
hurt
I.
by the price as
Well, I
anyone
don't think the
else.
former top is the top, personally.
But anyway, like, I did not make money running what I ran. I did not I never seek for the ways how to like extract money. So I might be saying, hey, if I would make $2 million, I don't know what I would think. It's $2 million. It's a lot of money for me, right?
Well, hey, I said that about Stakefire. I was like, that's big that they're returning it. The trouble is, buddy,
But
those
let me
intermediary steps
finish. I
were,
probably know myself that I would probably like message like everyone on Twitter right away. At the same time, also, like, I would be, hey Jacob, I'm like keep doubling my money on Osmosis. Like, I would be
yeah,
probably like this,
yep.
right? And
Well,
I would
then,
be,
dude,
Jacob,
like
there is something
at the end
wrong.
of the day, you would have been the hero if that makes sense.
So, but as I said, like, it's also like everyone is like clever till they get slapped with $2 million in the face, right? Like, so it's like,
I suppose.
how,
Let me
so
let me
so
throw
it's
out
hard to
something
speculate
to
how
you.
will but they are validator, and I want to add more, right? There is two entities,
Yeah, there we go.
sorry Jacob.
That's fine.
Discovering this
That's all
bag
right.
is not that easy. To discover the bag, like, you actually have to add liquidity and pull it out.
I know.
And it was in quick period, there is few entities discovered that.
I
What,
know.
and I speculate on the video that is not released. My speculation is they discover that and share it among their friends. And I
I
believe
agree.
the exploit was done by the group of the same people with the same connections. I don't
Who
think
were
there was two
watching?
separate, unrelated entities.
I think you're right.
So that's my speculation. It's not easy
Done.
to
Done.
discover this bug,
Done. I
right?
tend to agree with you. I really do. And the Reddit user, okay? Look, the Reddit, yeah, bingo, bingo, King Draven, bingo, exactly. The
And
Reddit
who
user,
reported it? They should
that's the
probably
true
like,
king. Would you like to know? I'll tell you.
yeah, of course.
There's a Reddit user. They were using the Osmosis forum, and their post was like half all caps, half exclamation points, and it was like, let me try to remember. Okay. So they reported the exact nature of the bug. Okay, and then they said all pools will be drained by morning. How do we fix this? Question mark. Now that post was taken down, and an investigation began immediately within ah, 30 minutes.
I want to say Osmosis was extremely lucky that there was no more draining. Like, this is just luck. 2 hours more,
You're
there will
you're
be
right. You're
hundreds
right.
of millions gone.
You're right.
That was like
You're
big
not going
luck,
to get any argument out of me.
and you would
And
not be
Don,
able to retrieve everything.
I'll tell you one terrifying fact about this whole ordeal. Okay, it was members of my team who touched that file last, and Adam, I'm not sure on timeline. I am sure that we will produce a detailed timeline. There was another particularly helpful Reddit user who replied to my post on Reddit, um, and they were giving tremendously helpful legal type advice. Um, oh no, Lion, it's not. No, I encourage him to. Lion, Don's pretty freaking great. Um, He's my number 1 or 2 interviewer, and he can talk over me anytime. Because he's got some thinkings going on, you know. And Don, I mean that, by the way. So let me just think here. All right, about timeline. Adam, you asked about timeline. The answer is I don't know yet. But Adam, I'll also tell you we are producing one. Who's we? It's the Osmosis Validators. The validator channel is currently, we're not talking about our usual block signing stuff. Hi, Signal. Really? Okay. Signal, did you work out that timeline? Because like I said, we don't have what we have. We believe that we have every exploitative transaction. We believe that we have every single exfiltration. So like every time an IBC transaction was made that exfiltrated, funds from this bug, we believe we have all of those literally 100%. We also believe we have every place where they hit centralized exchanges, literally 100%.
Also, Jacob, because
Mhm.
let anyone, more likely anyone who would exploit this would be traceable, because most of the funds actually come from centralized exchanges, because you need to buy Atom to start
Look,
engaging with the ecosystem.
there's
So
a way
even
to
if
do
you
it.
wouldn't go,
I can tell you how to do it. Would you like to know? Here's
um
how. Here's how you enter Cosmos and be
oh, there
most
there is few
likely.
ways.
Yeah,
Can I
there
go
are.
first? Like,
Yeah.
sorry for that.
No,
So
go
if
first.
there would be, because they built Juno Juicer, like, so I actually, like, you can essentially buy the crypto on centralized exchange. You can go to Tornado Cash, get to MetaMask account, move through the Sieve chain Peggy
Yep.
to
Yep.
move to Osmosis, drain it, move back, and
That's right.
this is untraceable funds, right? So that was my idea, like,
Well, I mean, your movements are traceable, but your
yeah,
identity is most likely not traceable.
yes.
However, you know, we don't really know how good is it. It's Whirlpool that you mentioned, right? We don't know
Uh,
how good that is. The oh, sorry, Tornado Cash. Whirlpool is
yeah.
a Bitcoin tumbler, and to anybody who's watching who's thinking about like stealing crypto assets and stuff, just don't. Um, Even the tumblers, guys, I've been doing this for a long time. And so I can tell you that I've tested every major Bitcoin tumbler personally. Um, and actually, not okay, not Samurai, but Wasabi looks like it might work. Um, but look, you notice how I said like it might work? I don't know that it works. And if you want to steal, you're going to want to need to know that it works. And what I mean is, you will leave a trail. Um, and guys like me, I'll be very frank once again, I've worked in crypto for a long time. So I've been invited to projects that I think were scams. And every single time I said no. Every single time, 100%. And what that means is that, you know, I didn't make as much money as fast as people who I think did unethical things. Now, how do you think I feel about the rug pullers and scammers? Not good. Not good. But guess what? The technical ability is not concentrated on their side of the fence. Um, King, there are questions there as to efficacy, but I wouldn't debate your point there, if you get what I mean. Um, it's with Tornado Cash. I believe it's more a question of long term efficacy and how detailed you can make the analysis of its outputs. Um, and furthermore, okay, there are government linked and funded companies that try to take that shit apart. Guys, North fucking Korea is active in the crypto theft game. Okay. So if you want to be North fucking Korea, done, it's possible for me to share my screen, right?
Yeah. You can
Oh,
share your
I have a
screen.
video clip for this. It's so good. One moment,
Um,
please.
I will want to say something, and then I will have to go. I
You
have
should say
horse
something.
riding,
Okay.
but you can. It's 5 million exploit, and even with the sagas involving money previously on Juno. I have friends who are constant users of Ethereum network. These exploits that happen on Cosmos are peanuts. It's nothing essentially, and I make big drama of this on YouTube of 5 millions, and when I share it to my friends, they laugh at me. 5 millions? That's it? Like that? You have
Yeah.
hundreds of millions of
Full
dollars
cryptonium,
exploit.
correct.
And I would, because there is more things, right? So you think the things that would happen in Cosmos are sometimes that bad. With other networks, with crypto YouTubers, I want to say three main influencers um, who advertise leverage trading platform called Bybit make 8 to 9 figures in referral profits every single month. This is tens to hundreds of $1 million every month. There are
What is this?
people. Bybit, its platform, and it pays you 50% of trading fees. So some three main accounts make few $1 million every single day, referring you to Bybit trading
Is
platform.
that bad?
It's not a crime,
Yeah. Okay. All right. I
but
mean, like, I'm just not really sure. I think that that's.
the morals of the leverage trading and all, I mean, that's all legal. But it's essentially those people use the audiences to drive the traffic to the one certain like place. And there is weird thing because they only pay out in USDT, which is concerning, to say the least. But there is other things. There is crypto influencers. One in particular, he sold his NFT for $60 million at the time, which was nothing. So I mean, the exploit in Cosmos or like money grabs are essentially nothing on Cosmos. It shows you maybe how small is the ecosystem. Like I remember there was exploits $600 million on Ethereum somewhere at some point. So
I can't share my screen and my
yeah,
video.
please do share.
No, I can't. Uh,
Oh,
I
uh,
have I have a North Korea video that is set to.
send it
Uh,
over.
and I can't. It's very very bad. They got jinx. They got jinx, man. They got
Okay,
jinx. Crack connoisseur. You must have seen my links from Crack Connoisseur. No?
not sure,
Oh dear.
but I could
Um,
share the video. I don't.
no, you can't. His account has been deleted because his shit was really good. He had
Oh,
edited a video of North Korean stuff to the Notorious B.I.G. song. I think it was Notorious Thugs. Look, it was glorious. Anyway, all I was going to say, okay, is that if you're stealing crypto, okay, like you are a little Kim Jong Un.
hmm.
You know, for better or for worse, whatever the hell you think about that, okay, that is how. Oh, hi, MPS. MPS has a really good question. Does everybody know that I always speak highly of the ethics of the Osmosis team? Is everybody like aware of that? Well,
So are they gonna fund it from their own pockets?
shit, yes.
Yeah,
Not
like
community pool.
not community pool.
No.
Yeah, that's really because there was some like so it's really cool. But it's also like they are able to do this because it was just couple of millions. If would happen 200 millions, they would be it would be death of osmosis. Maybe they would launch as the new, but
I think
I
that the
mean user
product.
funds would be lost. How you if you cannot cover these losses, like they would drain community pool and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know
Okay. No, MPS. Listen. Uh, about half of the theft was from a single group. Okay, and that
yeah.
was Fire Stake. Like Don Kryptonium is alleging here, uh, it's my guess that the rest of it was actually connected to them somehow. Um, look, hi, World Plus Dog. I'm Jacob. I think it takes a certain kind of brazen bastard to liquefy tens of thousands of grannies' retirements and then just be cool with it, right? Oh no, King Draven, let me tell you what they're going to do. You talk about a dev reserve. Okay, King Draven, the Osmosis developers are extremely well funded by the chain. And I want to describe to you that mechanism exactly. Um, the dev reward that's built into Osmosis, it it goes to the various Osmosis devs. And I believe that that is what forms their so-called strategic reserve. And you guys, what I'm trying to say is this is out of their pockets. They're going to take their own Osmo, buy Atom or whatever's needed, right? And they're going to make users whole. In addition to that, at the very least, that one group, Firestake, Firestake is slated to return funds. I don't know the actual reality of this state, but I also know that Don told me he had a half an hour, and that I basically begged him for this interview so that I could thank him.
Oh,
Um,
didn't beg. Like and I don't expect thank yous
Signal,
for everyone.
signal,
Like it puts more stress on me. Um,
signal.
but yeah, thank you, Jacob. But like I don't know, maybe there will be time you will have time to hate me in the future. So don't
Ha!
congratulate.
No, no, no,
Like you
no, no,
never
no.
know. Like that's what I'm
Don,
saying.
Don,
Like
Don. I don't hate on critics. Okay.
yeah,
I
that's why
do
I
hate.
can play
I
around
hate
on
on
Twitter. But some
bastards and
people
thieves.
sensitive.
I hate on bastards and thieves. But Don, you're not a bastard or a thief. Your love is heavy.
Yeah,
I praise you for
I
this.
mean, people will not accuse me of the immoral stuff, probably not so far. So,
Look, Don, that's how I operate notional. Okay? That's, look, like, hi, audience. Jacob has a checkered past. Jacob is lucky to be alive. And even more than Jacob is lucky to be alive, Jacob is lucky to be not in jail. Jacob is lucky to be sane. Okay? And Jacob is grateful as hell to Cosmos because Jacob gets to be his rather weird as hell self. And King Graven, I try my best because I'm very lucky. I consider myself the mere fact that I have a heartbeat, okay, to be statistically unlikely. That's kind of the frame in which I wake up every day. Um, and Not help my friend today. That's the bottom line.
I still not really like. I mean, like that.
You don't understand it?
I mean, it's like, yeah, like I mean, just coincidence
No,
because of
no,
shit
Don.
posting.
Don, it
Shit
wasn't a
posting
coincidence.
coincidence.
No, it was because you're not afraid to be a pain in the ass. You speak your
Horrible pain
mind.
in the ass. It's horrible.
Hey, me too. Me too.
Horrible.
I am also a horrible pain in the ass. Okay.
Mm.
So, like, love from one pain in the ass to the other, and just encouragement to continue your current direction.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll try. We'll
You're
try.
welcome. All right.
Jacob, thank you for
Come on.
this. I will run to
All right.
ride on my lovely horse Rosa. I mean, she's not mine. She's borrowed,
Hey,
but
she does seem like a lovely horse. She enjoys her massages.
yeah.
Please
That's
have a nice
that
ride,
was
buddy.
different one. The other one is stress. The Rosa is okay. She doesn't require massage.
Rosa
Yeah,
doesn't need
yeah,
massages. Okay.
yeah. I make a
Um,
friend with a pigeon now. Did you see?
you're friends
I
with a
will
pit.
I,
I didn't
I
know
will
you're a
send
pit.
you. I have a pigeon pet now. Like, well, not pet, but he's coming over in the mornings to give him food. So
Beautiful.
yeah, I will show you.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
Jacob,
All
have
right.
to go.
See you
Thank
later.
you.